I'm Paul Cram. My book club read Never Split the Difference, Negotiating as If Your Life Depended on It by author Chris Voss. Chris is a former FBI hostage negotiator, and he shares tools for talking anyone into or out of just about anything. This book would fall under a sort of a self-help category, and I can definitely understand why. It deals a lot with communication and psychology, and also he does a really nice job of weaving together and sharing his experiences out in the field. Each chapter, it goes through each chapter. Let me just get that page open. Yes. So like chapter 1, it's the new rules. Chapter 2, be a mirror. Chapter 3, don't feel their pain, label it. And he goes on. And so in each chapter, with kind of each idea or phrase or just like communication style that he's talking about, he attaches that to a hostage situation that he experienced in real life. He does a really nice job. I appreciated the kind of the insight and the behind the scenes look at what he did with the FBI. And he also did a nice job of kind of weaving together and sharing how the FBI, when he first started there, did things and how that kind of progressed and they learned things as time went on. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, and even his own understanding of kind of communicating and how that grew. Some of the things, I wrote them down, that kind of resonated and stood out to me is he talks about the phrase, how can I do that? In a hostage negotiation, obviously, there's like super intense, there's lives at stake oftentimes, and it's just do or die kind of a thing. And it's very intense and very full of pressure. You'll have people that are demanding like $1 million in the next hour or somebody dies. He found that phrase, how can I do that, to be really helpful for him and to kind of slow things down and to get the person to be thinking about how actually what am I asking and how are they going to accomplish this? I can see that in my own life where, oftentimes at work or just different things like that, be it a director, be it a manager, be it whoever, sometimes is asking things that it's just like, how are we, get this done, which is often a fair thing to say, like, just get this done. I get that there's instances and times when you can't always use something like that, but I do think that it's a really good tool to have in one's toolkit where it's like, actually, cool, I want to help you with that. I want to do that. How can I do that though? Like, help me figure this out. It's getting the person out of like what it is that they're trying to do and into it with you. So I think it's a really clever way to pull people into like what it is that they're actually asking, maybe why they're actually mad and how they can approach things. He obviously meshes this together with mirroring, which if anybody doesn't know what mirroring is like if somebody's sitting like with their arms folded, you just casually fold your arms and you kind of mirror what they're doing, mirror their tone a little bit, all those types of things. Also mirroring back to them what they're saying. That's a really big piece in this as well that stood out for myself, which is communication. The whole book is about communication. In order to be a really good communicator, you really, really have to listen. And I like how he kind of goes on the thing too that I had mentioned. I think it was chapter 3. Yeah, chapter 3. Don't feel their pain, label it. I think as one who is fairly like emotional and really takes on other people's what they're feeling, I find that fascinating, and I'm going to try to do that a little bit more in life. Maybe where I don't have to do the emotional labor of feeling everybody else's feelings so much, but I can identify it and label it. And I think that that's fantastic as a tool, again, even for myself, just in my day-to-day. For obvious reasons, in a hostage negotiation, being able to label what people are feeling it builds empathy, but it's I don't know, for myself, it feels just like a little bit like protecting oneself, where I'm not taking all of their emotions on, but I am identifying them and feeling them. Yeah. Like I said, it definitely dives into psychology. But overall, I really enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the stories that he shared, of the work that he did. I listened to the audiobook. I also read some pieces of it, but I mostly listened to it. He narrates it. He does a really nice job. It's kind of fun to hear it in his voice. Oh, excuse me. And overall, the book is about communication and listening. And I would highly recommend it. Yeah. Curious if anybody else has read this. Let me know. Before I move on, though, I just want to mention a book club. Next month, we are reading The Voyeur's Motel by Gay Talese. I don't know how to say his last name, but so if you haven't read that one or are curious to, check it out. And I will hopefully see you all next month and be able to share a little bit about that book too. I'm always curious what people are reading. Feel free to drop a comment or a suggestion if you've been reading something that's good. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you.